That's not the plan.
What's good, man?
Welcome. You know what? I gotta admit something to you guys. I didn't realize you guys were like a group. I just thought you were Black Odyssey. It's kind of like an atmosphere type thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, bro.
Like there's Slug and Ant, and there's so Black Odyssey is a
it's a duo.
it's a twosome.
Yeah.
I heard they call you guys the gruesome twosome. Why?
I've never heard that in my life.
So how long has Black Odyssey been a thing?
Since 2015.
So 2015, did you guys meet in Austin?
Yeah. Started as a rock band together. I was working in the Dillard's. He was working in the pizza shop.
Nice.
And I was going in there getting lunch.
Which pizza spot was it? Was it like on 6 somewhere?
Nah, it was kind of out like in the bougie part of Austin. Like,
You guys, would you consider yourself, I know you guys aren't from Austin. You're from Florida. You're from Jersey.
yeah.
But you guys have been there for almost a decade, right? So you guys have probably seen the like crazy growth.
Facts.
2015 was like peak good South by years. Well, towards the end of the great South by years. But is it kind of crazy to see the growth of tech? Like Austin is wild. Like I just think like where Fader Ford is, there's like a Whole Foods and a Target now. Like, like it's kind of wild. Like how do you guys feel about like seeing that growth in a city that you guys call home? Because it is like, especially during the pandemic, I feel like everybody moved there.
I mean, shit, to me it's been interesting because we've seen like the economic development in the city blow up crazy, but as for musicians, the infrastructure for industry there has been stagnant the whole time through. So it's been interesting to see it grow side by side and how much like the music industry has got pushed out of Austin since the economic development went crazy. So that has just been a super interesting perspective in general.
Because we think like Austin's like a live city or a live music city, right?
Right.
But now it's like comedy's there. There's all this tech shit going on. Like,
Yeah.
Rent's probably going up, huh?
It's like LA now.
Is it?
That ass. Yeah.
How many times have you guys ate barbecue in an alley off of a trash pail lid?
I don't fuck with that salty ass shit, bro.
Really? You don't like barbecue?
I liked it the first year I moved there.
I feel like I've been in an alley eating off of a trash can lid like 17 times, and I don't even live there.
I gained like 30 pounds when I moved to Texas. I used to be fit.
Well, you're not like fat.
Yeah, I'm getting there though.
Me and you are both getting there. I like the jacket. It hides the getting there.
Yeah, bro. I wear XLs now.
So break down your guys' roles when it comes to Black Odyssey.
So I approached Alejandro, who's a guitar player.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, we started as a rock band.
And that was the name. Was the name Black Odyssey when you guys were in the band? Or
We didn't have a name.
Okay.
I was going by Sam Houston at the time.
Okay.
It's fucked up, but I was going by Sam Houston.
With the band behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had these tracks. I'm a producer and a songwriter, but it lacked in live instrumentation. So I was trying to tap in with some people in town that could bring that element. And the way he plays guitar adds a different live element to the records that goes further than just guitar playing. It's almost like using your instrument to achieve different production things that you can't really do in the box. So it's kind of
You shred.
Shred, but like soulful shred.
Soulful shredder.
And just like you said, atmospheric and like kind of making the guitar just like a production tool, you know.
Right.
And that's definitely evolved as we've evolved, you know.
You guys have like had some big legends on records like George Clinton, Bootsy Collins. Obviously, that's pretty crazy.
It's nuts. Yeah.
How do you end up making something like that happen?
Man, the commonality between Alejandro, because we came from two totally different worlds. I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey.
Right.
That's where Parliament Funkadelic started.
Okay.
And he came from like a rock background. So I didn't know anything about Rage Against the Machine, or I thought Led Zeppelin was one person type shit.
Shout out to Black Odyssey.
So like, yeah, man, like I learned about that, world of music, and in turn I was showing him D'Angelo and I was showing him all that kind of shit. So we always had a common appreciation for like funk and like psychedelic music.
Yeah.
And that was George Clinton and Bootsy Collins.
Eddie Hayes, all
So
that.
what do you got? Like, you guys know a cousin who knows them, or like how do you get like? I feel like those are the easiest guys to get a hold of.
Yo, that ass. We were here on a trip. This is George Clinton.
Right.
And I seen we had been like talking to our label and our team for a while about trying to tap in with him. And everybody was like, bro, it's fucking George Clinton. Like, you can't just call him.
Right. That's not how it works.
Right, facts. So I seen a video of him here for
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, their star.
Getting their star.
And I showed him, and I was like, yo, let's go down there and just go cold up into him and talk. And we laughed it off because we wasn't serious. But we was shopping on Melrose that same day, and this nigga just walks by us in this fucking, like, silver...
It's trench, like...
Yeah, I didn't even notice who it was at first. I'm like, that's a funky-ass outfit. Then I look, and he's walking by me, and I'm like, yo, that's George Clinton.
Just walking down Melrose?
Bro, it was nuts. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It had to be God, you know what I'm saying? So he's walking past, and I look at Alejandro, and I'm like, I'm not really the kind of nigga that's just like wait for a celebrity to talk to him.
Right.
But I'm like, I have to do this. You feel me?
Right.
So we went into the store and was shopping, and I just waited outside like I was on a phone call. I was capping. I wasn't on the phone. I just wanted to see normal. So I was waiting on the phone, and as soon as he walked out, I acted like I saw him by mistake, and then I went up to him and I started, talking, and he wasn't very responsive. Like I told him I was from Plainfield, and I told him like I knew some people in his family and shit, and he just kind of was like, yeah, right. And I told him I wanted to work on a record with him,
right.
And I didn't like. I was like that's not how I thought that was gonna turn out.
It didn't go well in your opinion at the time.
No, not at all. It didn't. Right. It didn't seem to do anything. 2 weeks later, I told him who we were. I told him the name. And his daughter was with him too. So I said, the name to his daughter. 2 weeks later, she DMs me on Instagram out of nowhere. She's like, yo, George is down to do a record with y'all. We played him your shit. He hears the similarities. Like, he fucks with what you're doing. Yeah. George is down to do a record. So we sent him the record that day, hopped on FaceTime. And he did.
Was he much cooler on FaceTime?
Yeah, it was fucking wild. My dad used to follow him back in the 70s. So I told him all that. And... yeah, it was nuts, bro.
Your dad would go to like shows and shit?
Yeah, he would just follow them on the road with my mom.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Your parents must have been raging.
High as fuck.
Doing all the good drugs.
All of them, bro.
All of them.
It was nuts.
Peyote, shrooms,
peyote,
LSD. Yeah, peyote's like I think it's a cactus, right?
Cactus,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you eat it and you trip balls.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what they. I feel like that's what they used to do. Peyote.
Yeah, the mothership connection.
The mothership connection. What about Bootsy Collins?
We DM'd George and we were like, yo.
Do you know Bootsy? Or I mean, do you know his number or can you connect me?
I can connect you for sure. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like, is that what you asked George Clinton? Like, hey, thanks for doing the song. By the way, can you connect us with Bootsy?
Literally. Yeah. I was like, yo, can you connect me with Bootsy? He was like, yeah, got you. Just give me a few days. He did a DM connection. I DM'd Bootsy. And
shout out George.
Bro.
Huge.
I'm telling you, like, this is so much love. So he connected us and he hit us back right away, relatively, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. I think 6 months went by between responses, and we had pretty much figured like that he wasn't gonna do it.
Right.
Do it meaning narrate the whole record and shit like that. And as we were wrapping up the record, we had already tapped in with Keisha Plum from Griselda.
Okay.
To be the narrator of our concept album. And we had figured that Bootsy wasn't going to do it because they hadn't responded in 6 months. But as we're getting ready to go into mixing for the record, he hits us and he's like, "Yo, y'all still want me to do this? I can do it like tonight." So yeah, that shit just fell in our laps. We sent him the shit. He just sent it right back.
Are you, buddy? Are you like pretty hip to all the rap shit? Because you guys getting Benny the Butcher on records and like
Keep it freaky.
Man, I mean, obviously, I just evolved as a person, especially since moving to Austin.
Right.
Because Panama City, as you know, Southern Alabama.
Right.
Just, not as exposed over there.
Lots
but
of fucking get her dones out there.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro.
There's some get her dones in Austin, though. I think people forget Austin's in Texas. Sometimes you're in Austin, you're like, oh, this city's a vibe. And then you like leave and you're like, oh. there's some other shit going on here.
That's what I think is cool about him, though. Like he doesn't give a fuck. We could be in a room with Freddie. He was in a room with Freddie. I don't even think you really knew who he was. Like,
You're just like, what's up, bro? I play guitar.
exactly.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
What do you do?
Yeah. I think that's cool as fuck. You feel me?